Actually, supply chain to retailer is absolutely important because supply chain it covers basically 5 components: the planning stage, the buy stage, the make production stage, the move, talking about logistics, and the selling stage. It's all about supply chain. It's all about collaboration process to link all the parties inside this chain. I think there are a couple of focus. From time to time, we have to think about how to keep short of the lead time, and we also have to think about any ways to reduce the days of inventory. If we be able to do that, means we could improve the inventory terms. Okay, that's important to any company. Means if your inventory terms are improved, means you'll be able to increase your profit for each dollar you invest. That's absolutely important. Say for retailer, each month we will launch a new collection to the shops. Okay, so say for example, if the story of this collection is like this shirt has this pant, that they are a kind of a story image, this kind of thing. But think about if supply chain got some problem, I only receive the goods of the shirt, but the pant still not yet come to our warehouse yet. Then we're going to miss the deadline, the launch day for the whole collection, because you just got half of the story. How could you launch the whole collection down to each outlet? That would be a disaster, because in your planning stage you might plan well. This shirt plus this pant should go together and hanging on the wall. But now you might need to make a change adjustment that will create additional effort to make this kind of amendment. So normally, if a retailer doesn't manage the supply chain, will got a lot of trouble at the end for the selling stage. I would say there are 3 areas are the most critical success factors. The first should be the branding. Like Bossini, there will be a brand value associated with Bossini. If you think about Prada, Marks & Spencer, Zara, H&M, each of them associate with their own brand value. Might be the product same, say H&M, Giordano, Bossini. Maybe our product in terms of the fabric, the cost, almost same. But why different companies could sell at different price? The magic behind is about branding. So I think first of all, the first important critical factor is you have to manage your brand. You have to invest to build a good brand, so the customer well understand what the brand value behind your brand. The second one, I would say culture and people. For Bossini, we embed with the 7 Habits culture. 7 Habits come from Stephen Covey's, a book from Stephen Covey, 7 Habits for Highly Effective People. Every employee, once they join the company, they are enforced to join a training, 2 to 3 days training for 7 Habits. So it's all about we create a common language and working culture inside the company, and also as a way to motivate people. We also name ourselves a learning organization, so we keep improve ourselves. We drive process improvement everywhere. So I think the culture and people is the second important area we have to focus. And the third factor will be the system and process. We talk about, we just talk about supply chain process, and also SOA, IT infrastructure, architecture, all that will relate to system and process. I think for any success company, they have to invest in those areas. My IT vision is to build a real-time engine for Bossini. And I think SOA helped us a lot. And one of the key principles of value from SOA, it helped us to build a supply chain agility. what does it mean, supply chain agility? Because this business is ever changing. We used to carry only the men's line, ladies line, kids line. A few years ago, we also carry the baby line, maternity, youth line. Yeah? And each product line itself got some specific supply chain process. Okay, maybe let's say this shirt, the lead time might talk about 90 days. Yeah, maybe for a fashion item, we require a fashion item 20 days for the production lead time. Yeah, so different product line will associate with different supply chain process, and some sub process could be common, but some are not. So say for example, if this product line associated with a supply chain process A, B, C, D, E, but another product line associated with A, B, F, G, H, okay, the A and B process are the common. If I could build something common module and share among those product line, then we save a lot of effort, IT effort. Yeah? And business keep changing. Yeah? Suddenly, my boss might say, I would like to introduce a new product line. Yeah? So if we lay down our process architecture like this, that will allow us more flexible and be able to reuse any module we built before. So with SOA's help, that helps a lot to build this kind of supply chain agility. Before we go for SOA approach, I spent 1.5 years to study a couple of ERPs like SAP, like Oracle ERP, like retail. Retail quite famous in retailing industry. And a lot of consultants tell me there are a lot of best practice inside the ERP package. But I think the issue for Bossini, the effort to make change to totally adopt an ERP is quite huge. Yeah? Because we have to follow their so-called best practice. Means we have to change, right? For a 22 years company, yeah, we already built our own process, our own culture, our ways of working. It would be very difficult for people to make 100% change of the entire process. I think the company can't afford any failure to the business operation due to we fail to make change. And with SOA, we gradually can take out certain technology and much easier to integrate new technology and old technology together through SOA adapter. We see SOA, we are not totally ignoring ERP. Like for the finance area, we also use Oracle Financial. For the warehouse management system, we also adopt Microsoft Acceptor. So we just go for best of breed approach, but using SOA architecture to link all the components together and achieve real-time anchor. I really taste the real benefit from SOA, and without SOA, I don't think we're able to make it. We researched a couple of tools other than webMethods. We also study TIPCO. We also study Progress, even Oracle middleware. At the end, we find out webMethods solution quite fit to our environment, our business model. So we go for webMethods at the end. And actually, the SOA architecture, the concept and the whole thing designed by us, but we tap on webMethods to as the middleware to provide the real-time data synchronization. So we'll be able to, it looks like a backbone connecting all the application components. And we see using webMethods save us a lot of time to build this kind of backbone. Without webMethods, we might have to spend a lot of time to do a lot of coding in J2EE. We keep using SOA for new application development. But the architecture that we laid down 4 years' time, we're still using it, but keep improving it. And I think my team are quite mature in mastering SOA and J2EE and Web method at the moment. I see the overall IT productivity keep increasing. As what I mentioned before, SOA allow us to build application by modules, by component, and they could be reusable. So that's it. In terms, save me a lot of the development time and money and cost.